New York City has some absolutely iconic food, and today, that's all I'm gonna be eating. We'll show you New York's best bagels, hot dogs, pastrami, and more. Get ready for the ultimate NYC Food Tour. And this video is filmed in order, so you can literally turn this into a bucket list New York City food adventure if you want. The bagel, the breakfast icon of New York City, brought here by Polish Jewish immigrants at the turn of the 20th century. Is there a more New York City breakfast than this? Debatable. Well, you can tell they mean business when 12:30 on a Monday, there's already a super long line. An absolute, I've heard from so many, is the best bagel in New York City. And this is the only spot in the video I've never been to. So let's find out. Oh, those look so good. It's passing the visual test. How are you? Can I get an everything bagel with scallion cream cheese, please? No, thank you. All right, let's investigate. This is the story of my life. Line dies the second we head out. Everyone in New York generally thinks where they're from has the best bagels. Their neighborhood spot is the best, and I've heard about Absolute for years. Finally, gonna be trying this legendary bagel here in Morningside Heights. You know, didn't see a single tourist in line. It was like all Columbia students. All right, let's try this. This looks amazing. Chewy on the outside, soft on the inside. This is how a New York bagel has to be. Wow. All these years living in the city, a dozen years, I never tried Absolute. People push me all the time to try it, but I'm glad I finally came. That first impression, instantly this is going towards the top of my list for New York City bagels. We're eating so much food today that I did not want to get lox, any of their salmon choices, the appetizing stuff. I want to try that at some point, but I have to tell you, I'm struggling right now to think of a better bagel I've ever had in New York. Bold statement coming. I think this is the best bagel I've ever had in New York City. I would put this in a textbook for a New York City bagel. And a very important note for you all, cash only. I saw people running out, telling their friends, oh, go to the ATM machine. There was a little bit of confusion with that, but they don't take pre-orders. They don't do delivery. They do one thing and they do it well, bagels, cash only. And I mean, they have that right. They've earned it, in my opinion. Absolute Bagels, absolutely recommended. What a start to this iconic New York City food tour. Is there anything more iconic in cinema than somebody grabbing a street hot dog in the city? Well, we've got Billy's here, and the story with him is we included him in our best reviewed hot dog video last year, and his hot dog stand really blew up in international popularity. YouTube channels covered him. A lot of my viewers from all over the world said he was fantastic. Let's go pay him a visit and see if he remembers us. Love it. Always a line. Billy is a local legend.
I've been coming to him since I was, mid-30s.
Oh, wow.
I'm 67 years old.
30 years, huh? Best in the city.
Well, he's always here, reliable.
Yeah. People have been coming to this guy for decades. Remember me? Best reviewed hot dogs in New York City?
You start again, you see?
We're doing different spots. Hot dogs, pastrami, like the best of each category, and your hot dog. You deserve it, man. You deserve it.
Billy's been here over 30 years.
Oh, yeah. But you do a great job, man. So I just want to thank you.
You do good too.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah, you good too.
You got a hard job, man. You got the whole neighborhood here, you know.
Your wife was pregnant, no?
Yeah.
Okay, you got the baby?
Yes, sir. Here he is, 6 months.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. You're right, she was pregnant. He tried your hot dog while still in the womb. Anything you want to say to the people?
Nah, listen, say thanks to everybody,
That's all. Thank you so much, Billy.
All right, okay guys.
I'll see you soon. This is the best, man. Heading to Central Park, 2 Billy's hot dogs. Doesn't get much better than this. Billy does his hot dogs good, I'm telling you. This is not your average dirty water dog in New York City. He puts a lot of love into this. We have his onion sauce and some mustard. Real simple, $2 each. Nice snap, love the onion sauce. It's just a little bit of kick. Now, of course, you come here for the hot dog, you come here for a good hot dog, but what you're really coming for is somebody who's been in the neighborhood for well over 30 years, for decades, and when you go there, even if you're not from New York City, you're gonna feel like you're from New York City. He talks to everybody. He'll ask where you're from. He'll ask how your day is going. You want to feel like a local for just a little bit, even if you're not? Come to Billy's Hot Dogs and then head to Central Park. Why not combine the two? Do Central Park right after. The location's absolutely perfect and the hot dogs, really good as well. If you love New York food and want a really cool gift, consider shopping at the online store my wife and I run over on Etsy. She's got stickers, prints, and a whole lot more at really affordable prices, ships worldwide. See the link in the description. The Jewish Deli, a New York institution. My viewers constantly ask me, where do you get a good pastrami sandwich? I always point them as Sarge's over Katz's for a more local experience. I love this spot. Want to do the number 3 corned beef and pastrami? Always get that, like every time. And a Doc Brown celery. Many people say just get a pastrami. I like to mix up the two when I come to Sarge's. So we have rye bread on top of coleslaw Russian dressing. Then we have some of the fatter pastrami on top of the leaner corned beef. So this is the ultimate Jewish deli sandwich in New York City right here. You're probably gonna need a fork and knife. I'm gonna attempt to get at least a few bites where this thing topples over. It's so rich, so tender in flavor. If you just want double meat experience, combined with that rye bread and the Russian dressing, one of my favorite sandwiches in all of New York City, and honestly, something that I would say New York does better than any place else in the world, the deli sandwich. You can argue pizza, you can argue bagels, you can argue hot dogs. Anthony Bourdain said it many times. This is what New York does better than anybody, and I think Sarge's does it better than the rest. My personal opinion, New Yorkers will fight you to the death on who their favorites are, but I'll tell you, I don't see a single tourist in here. I've had many of you out there call me out for not ordering Doc Brown's celery soda. I've actually never had celery soda. Oh, that's really good. I approve this pairing, but bring your appetite when you come here. Sarge's is interesting because for years and years they were open 24 hours, but after the pandemic, like many businesses, they do now close at 10 p.m. So you can't come here at 3 o'clock in the morning and try to fight a hangover with a big pastrami sandwich anymore. No shame using a fork and knife if you want to get your money's worth here. No shame. All right, that was the gut bomb of the video, but we've got more. Everyone in New York has their favorite pizza spot. Bleecker Street has always been mine. I lived in the Village for 10 years, and it is by far my viewers' favorite pick that I have ever recorded at. I'm constantly getting tagged here. So when I pick an iconic pizza spot for the video, it's Bleecker Street.
Hi, thanks for your videos.
Oh, you're welcome. You saw this in my video?
Yes, yes.
How is it? Is it good?
It's really good.
It's good?
Yeah.
You approve? Okay.
Approved,
If
yeah.
you guys approve, I'm happy. Where are you from?
London, but originally Estonia.
Ah, cool. Well, welcome to New York. They approve the pizza, I'm happy. Wow, thank you so much. Fresh Nonna Maria. Dreams are made of this. My absolute favorite pizza in all New York City. You know, first and foremost, I love the story of Bleecker Street Pizza. It was opened by a retired police captain who served at Ground Zero during 9/11. And this was his grandma's recipe. Thin crust with fresh mozzarella, homemade marinara sauce, finest Parmesan, fresh basil, and Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. I think that's like the missing ingredient in a lot of pies right now in New York City. You're seeing Parmigiano Reggiano cheese being used, which is imported from Italy and very, very expensive. Here we go. It's been too long since I've had this actually. All of those premium ingredients together just hits different, I'm telling you. I'm not trying to compare this to your everyday New York City slice. That's its own animal, but this particular slice here, it's a specialty. It lies somewhere between the Neapolitan pizza and a regular New York slice. Holds up really well. Nice undercarriage, a lot of sauce, a lot of cheese, very saucy. You're into a saucy slice, you are gonna fall in love with the Nonna Maria. Everybody behind me is ordering a Nonna Maria. This is by far what they're most known for. I've had the other slices here before, all very good, but this is what you travel to Bleecker Street Pizza for. Oh, where are you from? Croatia. Was it good? Too good? That's what I like to hear. I think of all the places I've ever filmed, this is the spot where people are most likely to say hi. And it's really cool that a long time ago they put me on the wall of fame here. So I don't know if there's a bigger honor in my life than being on the wall of my favorite pizza spot. This is like a greatest hits album. You know how musicians have their greatest hits? One CD, one album? Today's video is just like my favorites. A lot of tourists I meet are obsessed with trying New York cheesecake. They run to spots like Junior's. Well, I prefer Eileen's special cheesecake. Hi.
How can I help?
Two of the classic plains. We're doing a YouTube thing about the most iconic foods of New York. So.
Well, ours is the best cheesecake in the city.
That's what I tell people. That's why I'm here. You know, they've been open almost 50 years for a reason. They were telling me in there that they actually designed these special cheesecakes to be this small for all the tour groups from around the world and tourists that come in. I mean, I'm always singing their praises as well. This is the plain, a lot of cream cheese, graham cracker crust. Makes it a little more unique. This is really the only dessert I possibly could have had after all the food we feasted on today. We will end with this cheesecake icon. So light, so creamy. I'm not the biggest cheesecake fan, but for Eileen's, I always make an exception. And I just don't think you have to make a special trip to eat cheesecake if you're eating some huge meal and then you gotta force yourself to have dessert. This is perfect because you're right on the edge of Soho here, so you're probably gonna be in the area at some point. Grab a quick dessert on the go and try New York's most famous dessert choice, cheesecake. They bake so many of these, so they're so busy, they're always getting a fresh piece. Tart-sized cheesecake, perfect for on the go, or you could eat it inside. Remember, I put all the addresses down below in the description. You wanna follow this and make it into a day? Let me know how it goes, because I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it. If you like those iconic New York City food choices, then you need to watch this video about halal street carts. These are some of my favorites in the city. Head here next.